Hi there, welcome back. This is Robert and I am the Recovery Guy. At the end of all of our segments, as well as this one, Jeff will post some ways to contact us, to reach out to us, to learn more about what we're hoping to accomplish and achieve through these particular segments. And on this particular segment, as part of our STEP series, we are on Step 7. And I'll tell you, the more we move forward with these steps, the more exciting they become. For a couple reasons. Number one, for the first time, many of us in our sober life were actually accomplishing something of value. Not only value that makes us better people at large, but we even like ourselves more. We become better husbands, better fathers, better employees, employer, we're a better son, daughter, if that be the case. We just become better overall. And Step 7 is really a great step to help accomplish that. Very simply read, humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. Humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. And that Him, of course, is God, as we understood God. The God that we discover as we work our way through Step 1 through Step 6. By now, if you are working Step 7, by now, if you've done them to the best of your ability with good information that we pull from the 12 and 12, good guidance from your sponsor and other people that you've relied on based on the sobriety you see them exhibit, we should be excited and ready to do Step 7, to humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. And here's why. God has demonstrated Himself to be concerned with our recovery. Let me repeat that. God has demonstrated to you and me in the working of the previous steps to get us where we are today that He is concerned with our recovery. That we made a good choice when we thought He could restore us to sanity. That we made even a better choice when we came to believe that we wanted a relationship with Him, that we were willing to turn our will and our life over to His care. That we made that fearless moral inventory. That we trusted Him enough to admit that in Step 6, we went before Him with these defects of character, and we finally get to 7, and we humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. God could and would if He were sought, and God does, on a regular basis, work in our life in Step 7. So humbly, what does it mean? It means not to be proud or arrogant. Because if we've learned anything in our early recovery, it's that our best devices got us to the rooms of NA, of AA, of OA, or GA, or you name the support group we're involved with. Our best thinking, our best living got us here. Our arrogancy, our degree of self-sufficiency, our pride got us here. So now we need to humbly ask Him to remove. So we have learned already in the previous steps how to turn these things over to God. And the more He's demonstrated in our life that He can be trusted with turning these things over, guess what I want to do more of? I want to turn more over to God. So just like I was so excited to get to Step 6, I'm even more excited in Step 7, because now I get to practice even more the degree of humility. And humility, when I looked at it in dictionary.com, humble means to be humble or to be modest. Are you ready for this? Although successful. So it's not like I have to become a doormat with no expectation. True humility opens the door for success. Isn't that awesome? And isn't that what we want? We want to be successful, not only in not drinking or using, but we want to be successful in opening up that new life to becoming all the things that we ever wanted to become, but alcohol, drugs, and all of our other defects kept us from becoming. It says here that humility as a word and not as an ideal has a very bad time of it in our world. Not only is the idea misunderstood, the word itself is often instantly disliked. Because, a lot of times where I come from and where many of us come from, to be humble or to be modest or to set aside myself usually means you took what I had. And I wouldn't allow that. So I was always prideful. I was always trying to claim what's mine, marking my territory. And now my territory is God's domain. So when I come into step 7 and I've uncovered where my defects of character are, that I understood what I had become in my fearless and moral inventory, and I understand a little bit more of what my shortcomings are. It says here on page 76 of the 12 and 12, it says, as we approach the actual taking of step 7, it might be well if we AAs inquire once more just what our deeper objectives are. Why do I want to do this? What am I looking for? What am I hoping to find? That was paraphrased, that was my ad lib. It goes on and says, each of us would like to live at peace with himself and with his fellows. Wouldn't that be nice? To live at peace, to live in harmony, to know that I'm going to be okay because I am okay from the inside out, and you and I can get along as we trudge this road to happy destiny together, as we work together to have a common cause, which is to help others to recover from alcoholism. It says we would like to be assured that the grace of God can do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. We have seen that character defects based upon short-sighted or unworthy desires are the obstacles that block our path toward these objectives. We now clearly see that we've been making unreasonable demands upon ourselves, upon others, and upon God. Wow, what a door opening! What a degree of self revelation that is for me, and I hope it is for you. Hopefully by the time you've gotten to this step, there is a freedom about you. There is an excitement. There is an energy that you can humbly, modestly, although successful, ask God to remove the shortcomings that we've already identified and we freely admitted what they are to our sponsor, to people that we work with, as we share in big book studies, 12 and 12 meetings, open participation, our home group, people that we share with before and after the meeting. But the steps are all designed. If you asked me in step 1 to humbly ask God to remove my shortcoming, number 1, I wouldn't have been humble. I wouldn't have had a relationship with God, not on any degree other than graveyard religion. And I wouldn't even have admitted that I have a shortcoming. My shortcoming would have been you, because you were my problem. I wasn't my problem. Alcohol wasn't my problem. Drugs wasn't my problem. Overeating wasn't my problem. I had those shortcomings. So by the time I get through steps 1 through 6, you know what? I should be humbly ready to ask God to remove. So I humbly ask Him, but I need to be humbly ready. Are you ready? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? I hope by the time you've gotten to step 7 that you are. That you do recognize what your shortcomings are. As your shortcomings, they were revealed to us. As we worked through our inventory, we admitted, we said it out loud, the power was gone away. Now this just makes it official. It puts it there with God, so God can do for us what we could not do for ourselves. Step 7 is critical. It dovetails perfectly off of step 6, just as step 5 is the perfect progression from step 4. And all the steps work together. So when we come before God and we ask Him to humbly remove our shortcomings, God will. And if you don't think that He will, then let's go back and visit the other steps and find out why you don't think, number 1, you can be humble. Number 2, why you can't ask. Number 3, why you don't think he would. And most importantly, number 4, why don't you think you have a shortcoming that needs to be removed? I hope this has been helpful to you. My name is Robert. I'm the Recovery Guy. We really want to make a difference in your life. You know, our motto at Recovery Guy is going from broken to whole. And we believe a step like step 7, as we humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings, will be part of that process in becoming whole. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know how we can make a difference in your life, as you certainly make a difference in our life. Thank you very much. God bless you, and I look forward to meeting you as we all trudge this road to happy destiny.